Hello and welcome to Prudent News. Now a look at the headlines. EPF tax confusion. Union clears tax only on interest incurred on rest 60% of EPF withdrawal for salaried person above 15,000 per month. Sumul enters Goan Dairy Market, opens cooler centre at Velus Valpoi. Next target at Adwai and Sange. Goan dairy farmers inclines towards Sumul as of now. CCP running illegally for last 14 years. No bylaws framed. Corporation running on municipal laws which do not have teeth to crack down illegalities. CII extends support to Defence Expo. Defence manufacturing units should be set up in Goa, says Shekhar Sardesai. Fear created out of ignorance on Expo, says CII. Salgaonkar FC get out of bottom place with shock victory over contenders East Bengal. Sporting Club de Goa hold leaders Mohan Bagan to a draw. Now the news in detail. EPF tax will be applicable on the returns on the 60% of the accumulated EPF amount during withdrawal. It will be applicable to individuals drawing salary more than 15,000 a month. But employees continuing EPF corpus as pension fund post-retirement will be fully exempted from this tax. Union government proposition for taxing 60% EPF corpus sent jitters across government and private sector employees. Government later began a spree of clarifications. Government and private trade unions termed the move as double taxation and anti-workers.
पीपीएफ है वो इसके दायरे से बाहर है। हम सिर्फ ईपीएफओ और एनपीएस के बारे में कह रहे हैं। दूसरी बात मैं समझाना चाहता हूं कि जो पिछले दिनों के जो प्रोविडेंट फंड में जो आपके पैसे हैं वो इसमें नहीं आएंगे, यानी कि आज तक जो आपने प्रोविडेंट फंड में डाला हुआ है जो उस पे जो टैक्स लागू था वो अभी भी है, यानी उस पे कोई टैक्स लागू नहीं है। इसको कट करिए, फिर से स्टार्ट करिए। आई डोंट वांट, फिर से स्टार्ट करिए, कैंसिल।
Union Minister for State for Finance Jayant Sinha's statement added more confusion to the EPF tax commotion. Minister on Monday night announced that tax will be applicable on all pension schemes like National Saving Certificate and the PPF too with the EPF. This statement sent jitters in various sectors. After much confusion, sources from Union Finance Ministry started giving clarifications. As of now, this is how the EPF taxation proposal is. EPF tax applicable to individuals earning salary above 15,000 per month. EPF tax will not be applicable on the 40% EPF withdrawals, but on the interest returns or rest 60% of EPF amount withdrawn, barring the principal amount. Retired employee after the age of 58 will be exempted from EPF tax if he invests withdrawn EPF amount in pension annuity schemes or continues it as a pension fund. In case of death of an employee, full tax exemption to his family on 100% of EPF amount withdrawn. Government attempts are aimed at making retired employees invest EPF corpus in pension funds. No EPF tax on corpus accumulated till 31st March 2016. Thereafter, tax on interest returns on 60% of EPF withdrawal. PPF withdrawal continues to be exempted from any such taxation. No tax on EPF withdrawals for employees in the first 5 years of his service. Union government claims that this is a clarification and not a rollback on EPF tax proposals. But trade unions claim that EPF tax proposals means double taxation for employees who are already paying income tax on the salary. Trade unions are not in the mood to back out. Now it is to be seen whether this is union government's full and final clarification or it comes out with some more amendments following the pulls and pressures. Bureau Report, Prudent.
Sumul has made its grand debut in Goa through its first milk centre at Velus in Valpoi. One of the dairy farmers inaugurated Sumul's bulk milk cooler center on Tuesday. Cooler has a capacity of storing 2,000 litres of milk. Sufyan Sheikh from Velus is the first dairy farmer to join Sumul chain. Sumul will give better rate than Goa Dairy and will pay dairy farmers every 15 days. The Gujarat-based dairy is set to launch similar cooler centres at Adwai and Sangay in next 10 days. Meanwhile, Goa Dairy has approached High Court against Sumul. Hearing is scheduled on Wednesday.
Goa Dairy's competitor in the field of cooperative sector has its footsteps now in Goa Dairy's market. Sumul started its first 2,000 litre capacity cooler centre at Verus in Valpai. Centre was inaugurated by a dairy farmer, keeping the minister or politicians at bay. Sufyan Sheikh is the first dairy farmer to supply milk to Sumul in Goa.
कमी दर पडटाली गोवा डेरी आमकां दर आनी ती दर आमकां मेळा बी नासली आनी कळा बी नासली की कितकी पडला ती म्हयन्याक मागीर आमी हिशोब करून अशें घेताले आनी ते आमकां हांगासर डे टू डे कळटा की बाबा तेणी इतकें दूद घातलें अशें स्लीप दिता पळय ते अशें आनी तेतून डे टू डे बचत गटाचो नांव येता फार्मर कोड येता तुवें कितकें दूद घातलें तें येता डेट कितकें दूद घातलें कितकी तुजी फॅट येयली SNF कितकी येयली अमावंट कितको जालो आनी तुका कितकी रेट पडली.
Dairy farmers from Satri are gradually getting pulled towards Sumul. They say the Gujarat-based dairy at present is providing them better cattle feed and good rate for milk.
I at the moment supply milk to Goa Dairy. I will be supplying a little quantity of that milk to Sumul Dairy, who is offering about 1 rupee to 1 rupee 50 paisa more than Goa Dairy. So we will be trying it out and seeing how it works out.
Sumul will provide better rate for milk than Goa Dairy. Farmer will be paid every 15 days.
सतरी में अच्छा हमको रिस्पांस मिला है कि हर 15 दिन में लोगों को पैसा मिलता है. एक काऊ रखो, 2 रखो, 5 रखो, 10 रखो, तो उससे हर 15 दिन में आपका पैसा का रोटेशन चलेगा और 15 दिन के बाद आता रहेगा. तो ये अगर लोग ये करें तो वो लोग का रूटिंग अच्छी तरह से चलता रहेगा.
Sumul has received a rousing welcome in Valpai. Now the dairy is set to start its cooler centers in Adwai and Sangay too.
और एक अभी हम लोग सांगे तालुका में चालू कर रहे हैं. अडवई में हम लोग ने वहाँ पे और 3-4 बचतगढ़ बना लिए हैं. तो स्टार्टिंग से ही फर्स्ट डे से वहाँ पे करीबन 700 से 800 लीटर ये हो जाएगा. 10 दिन के अंदर वो चालू हो जाएगा.
If dairy farmers switch to Sumul, then Goa Dairy's milk share in market will start declining proportionately. Dairy farmers are upset with the milk rate provided by the Goa Dairy, the substandard cattle feed and alleged manipulation in fat count. But looks like Goa's premier dairy is yet to mend its way and improve its service to the dairy farmers. Meanwhile, Goa Dairy has approached the High Court against Sumul. Petitioner Goa Dairy in its petition has pleaded to quash Goa government's notification dated 30th December allowing the Gujarat-based company in Goa. The High Court is scheduled to hear this petition on Wednesday. Devendra Gaonkar for Prudent.
Government gave Panji municipality recognition of a corporation but never allotted the standards prescribed under law. CCP has laws but absence of bylaws has made the existing rules paralytic. CCP is running its show for the last 14 years on the municipal bylaws. Absence of individual bylaws bars corporation from taking action against illegalities. None of the city fathers nor leaders felt that CCP should get its own bylaws. Even the need for bylaws has not featured in any of the panel's manifestos. Battle Capital's report on illegal city corporation of Panji.
Panji municipality got the status of corporation since 2002-2003. CCP introduced new laws, but for the last 14 years there are no bylaws framed for this corporation, which is mandatory. Corporation is running the affairs on municipal laws for the last 14 years. CCP officers are worst hit by the absence of bylaws. CCP cannot confiscate or crack down on illegal constructions. CCP cannot confiscate or crack down on illegal business outlets. CCP cannot act against those dumping garbage by roadside or in open space. Corporation has no option but to be a mere spectator to illegalities. Accused parties petition court and stay action if CCP acts against illegalities. Illegalities, unauthorized business on rise due to absence of CCP bylaws. Now look at this map which shows few villages from Bardes and Tiswadi This map is during the time when municipal laws were under making. Pen de France, Pilen, Salvador de Mund, Sucur, Reshmagos, Sangolda, Santa Cruz and Morambi Opiquin. All these villages were to be incorporated in the CCP, but they were kept out. Besides this, whole Bamboling barring military area should have been incorporated in the corporation. But these villages could not be brought under corporation as people expressed strong resentment. But Panji municipality was converted into corporation anyway. Total population of Panji needs to be 1 lakh to be recognized as corporation. But at present, Panji population is 65,000 only. Right now, Panji's every ward has average population of 800 to 900 people. For winning margin of 100 votes is enough. Panji has been transformed into corporation for the last 14 years, but none of the winning panel showed any interest in getting CCP's bylaws in place. And now, none of the panel's manifestos mention anything about bylaws. Senior reporter Laukik Shilkar for Prudent.
It's time for a short break. Stay tuned.